I'm Jack Swallow. I am from Midland, Texas. I was treated at Midland Memorial Hospital Emergency Center. I found out I was COVID positive on Thanksgiving morning. It was not something that I expected to get a diagnosis on. I had been sick, but I attributed it to another illness, a respiratory infection. I was surprised to find out I had had COVID, and it was a much more serious issue than I had given it, certainly had not given it due credit. Well, I started my day Thanksgiving morning as normal and was just really kind of carrying on the affairs of kind of getting ready for the Thanksgiving meal. And maybe at this time, maybe Julia could probably share better what she witnessed.
Well, he was getting the turkey ready, and I was getting some other things ready nearby. And he turned and looked at me and said, "I feel dizzy." And so he said, "I'm going to sit down for a minute." And I turned around and looked at him, and the left side of his face was completely, I hate to say dead, but completely droopy. And it scared me, and I said, "Talk to me." And he kind of looked at me like he wasn't quite sure where he was or what I was saying. And I thought he was teasing me. But I said again, "If you don't talk to me, I'm calling 911. And he still looked at me like he was confused. And so I grabbed the phone and I called 911. And the EMTs got there very quickly. And they did an assessment. And by then he was doing better, but they transported him to the emergency room. There was a wonderful young lady who came. Of course, we were in the ER almost all day on Thanksgiving, and we hadn't even eaten breakfast. But she came and brought us a turkey sandwich for lunch. Dr. Kanker was wonderful. There was a neurologist on the video screen who was wonderful as well.
I felt very secure there. I felt I was being well taken care of. The staff was very regular about coming in and checking on me and making sure I was comfortable and doing all the things necessary to just stabilize me. I just felt very secure in the emergency room.
I think too, not only did we feel confident in their professionalism and that they were taking good care of Jack, but I was also very impressed that they were concerned about me. They were concerned about how we were doing, were our needs met, lunch. They were just very thoughtful and very kind.
I underestimated COVID-19. I turned out to be very sick. I lost 17 pounds in 2 weeks. I had no appetite. I'd never lost my sense of taste or smell. So that was not an indicator to me, and that's probably why I dismissed the fact that I might have COVID. But I did get very, very sick. I completely was lethargic. And I would tell people to take this disease far more seriously than I did, and certainly probably what many people are taking it. It's something to be very aware of, and the need to wear masks is important. I had been good about wearing a mask in public places. Who knows where I picked it up? I'll never know that, but it's obvious that it can be anywhere within the community, and I'm glad to know what I know now.
I would add to that, Jack and I had both had a fever, had body aches, we were exhausted. We were quarantined anyway, so we stayed home, and we didn't get COVID tests at the time because we were home anyway. But we were better. We felt better. We had finished our quarantine. We resumed our activity. And what neither of us knew was the factor of COVID that makes the blood more likely to clot. It makes it thick, it makes it slow, and in his case, what I understand is he had some plaque in his carotid, but the COVID made the blood clot and completely shut off the carotid artery. It was 100% blocked. And we were totally unaware that that was a symptom of COVID. And in fact, we thought whatever we had recovered from. And it never crossed our mind that COVID could cause a stroke. We were the beneficiaries of such wonderful care in the emergency room. And it troubles me greatly that our decisions and the decisions of the community put those wonderful people in the ER at risk. And it is a sacrifice of our personal freedom, and it is an inconvenience, and it is an irritation to your face. But the people who cared for us, when I go to the grocery store and I've left my mask in my car, I think of them. And I think of why would I not make small sacrifices myself in order to take better care of those who took such good care of Jack.